Welcome back to another episode of StichMethod on the Road. Today we're going to be talking about two iconic riffs and where they came from. Also, we're going to discuss how you can steal those ideas and make your own really cool riffs. So the two riffs we're going to start studying are going to be the awesome little interlude riff from Slow Ride by Foghat. And also Jessica by the Allman Brothers. Alright, two really cool riffs, really strong melodies, and let's discuss where they came from. Well, the really cool thing is that they're both born from the same exact chord, which is an A chord. So the first thing we're going to do is dissect the riffs, and then we'll talk about how you do this. Slow Ride. All right, let's just take the A chord right here. This, I'm going to move my guitar over. This A chord is the heart and soul of that riff right here. All right, when you look at the frets from thick to thin, 5, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5. Let's look at the riff. Starts on the 5th fret of the high E. It plucks the 5th fret and slides back to the 3rd and back to the 5. So we start on the chord tone, get away, come back. Go to the 5th fret of the B string. This is in the chord as well. It's right there. All right, same thing. And look at my middle finger right here. All right, there it is. Boom. Starts on the major 3rd and goes back 2 frets. So we have this like theme built off the first 3 strings of an A chord. Then it comes down the A arpeggio like this. A little bit of a twang on that guy. So you have. Cool, right? All right, so you can see strong A chord connection. It does that twice, and then it does this cool little thing here. I have to mention there's a little bit of a twist at the end, and we'll talk about that, so don't worry. This right here, now you have to use your imagination. If you have seen my Cage Primer playlist, my Cage Masterclass, this will make a lot more sense. If you haven't, just bear with me. On your screen there is a picture of an A chord in the D shaped, okay? Now you can play it like this, all right? But I'm lazy, so I play it just like this. And you can see here's the root note, here's the 5th, and here's a root note. That riff is playing off of the chord tones in here. It's going from the root to the major 3rd, 4, flat 5, 5. It's really kind of playing on the 1, 3, 5, but taking a stepping stone there. All right, and now after that, it goes back to the root note that we talked about in the first half. Now it comes to the 7th fret here. This 7th fret is really important, and we find that this is a really good ingredient for writing riffs off of chord tones because this is actually not a chord tone. This is the major 3rd, this is the 4th. They play the 4th, they bend up a little, then they take the major 3rd, a little bit of a twang. So this is the one rogue chord tone, well actually not chord tone, it's a rogue tone in terms of it's like a suspension type feel, but nonetheless, both our riffs are going to have it in there. So you have this 1, 3, 4, flat 5, 5, root, and then we have the suspension bent up to flat 5, then 3rd bent to 4 a little bit, it repeats. At the end, they end with a growl. Instead of having a major feeling, they take an A minor pentatonic right here. Let's say 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, then 7, 10, 7, 9, 8, 10, 8, 10. Here we are, it goes. So a little bit of a minor growl. So you can see that 98% of this is a major chord. Now I'm going to play it as if I was playing on a Casio keyboard in 1991, and it would sound like this. Check this out. And then I would jump in with the guitar. Anyway, all right, so that is Slow Ride. It's based off an A chord. It's just a riff, and what they're doing is they're sliding around on some chord tones. They're bending some things to make it tasty, but nonetheless an A chord. Let's take a look at Jessica. For Jessica, we need to see that D-shaped A chord and also the C-shaped A chord. There they are. When you look at the chord tones, you want to make sure you have this guy here. This is in my arpeggio masterclass, which is free on YouTube. But if you listen, we start right here. Then there's this 4, that magic 4, and I have to say this. I have a video right here, about using that 4th to write really good melodies. It's a good springboard. It's why both riffs have it, okay? It's not just standard chord tones, but that 4 creates a little bit of like really good movement towards something else. Sorry to interject there. But we have 4, 5, palindrome. Alright, and then we're going to go back to that D shape thing. There's that suspended 4th again. 4, 3, 4, 5. Repeats, kind of a little bit of a different tag. Then to the root here. So there's that. And the whole entire thing is over an A chord on the rhythm section. So you can see these 2 riffs really have their roots in an A major chord. And I'm telling you, on my Patreon, we'll practice this, we'll practice some other cool riffs that are just out of chords so you can see them. But if you want to write your own stuff, say you have a song and there's a break in it, or say you have a song that has an elongated chord section, you want to write a riff over it, well, take the chord and try and do these little moves here, slides, bends, pull-ups, make it pizzazzy. If I have a song that has a D, and I want to kind of like pause and write a riff, well, you can take this stuff, and I'll show you. Here are the chord, here are the frets, 10, 12, 12, 11, 10, 10, and you can slow write it. You can Jessica it up. You know, you can go like, and then that was a minor pentatonic at the end, just like slow ride. You know, movable chord tones. You start in a chord tone, come back 2 frets, then end with a minor pentatonic. Or let's say if you want to do something more of Jessica-ish, you know, like, there right there was just me kind of messing around with the chord tones. I put in that 4th because it's such a good mover. And so you can take a chord, one chord, and develop a really cool riff over it. I hope you just, enjoyed this quick episode of StichMethod, showing you that some of our favorite riffs, oh, this is what I want to say actually, whether the person heard it in their head and then played it and then we discovered it was a chord, or whether they knew they were on a chord and had to make the chord into a riff, it works both ways, alright? So have fun writing some riffs, and thank you so much for being here. Check out some other videos on my channel if you like it, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.